corporate partnerships. How many of you have had corporate partnerships? Either have had it or in the middle of it right now? Type in yes. If you've worked with a corporation before with whatever your business is, like proper corporation, type in yes. Okay, Dr. Yola said yes. Okay, so I want you to meet this next brand. AAE Consulting is actually owned by one of my dear friends, Adiola Ario Enikonshelu. And she does an incredible job of helping women package whatever their expertise is so that you can pitch it to corporate and they will pay you thousands of dollars for your brain and the thing that you know. And you can do it virtually. You can do it by licensing. She'll teach you all the things. So I would love for you to welcome to the stage Adela Ario Enikonshelu. Welcome.
Hey, hi.
How
Can
are
you all hear
you?
me? I'm
Everybody
good.
can hear. If you
Can
can
you all
hear it,
hear
type
me?
in yes. I just want to know the audio is good. Adela, is that you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to increase the volume and then I realized
Okay, we
that's
can hear
good.
you. We can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay,
We're good.
great. All right, welcome everyone. My name is Adiola, like Yatinda said. I'm actually very excited to be here today. What I like to say is my style, I think I'm a teacher by heart. So I know when Yatinda asked me that, did I want to just talk or did I want to share or did I want to I told her I wanted to share a few slides, and not because I want to bore you guys or make you feel like, oh Lord, this is a Thursday evening, we have a DJ, and we're here, we're about to hear some, go through some slides, but it's just because it helps me to sort of stay on point, and because I'm very big on making sure that everyone that I talk to can leave with some, action steps or at least they can say, okay, you know what, while we spoke for 5, 10 minutes, this is some things that I was able to take away with it. So bear with me. I'm going to share my screen and we'll kind of get into it. All right.
Okay, Adela, let me see. Do I make you're a co-host already? Yeah, so you should be able to share your screen.
Yeah, I think I'm able to.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So let me turn on my timer also so I stay on track. Okay, great. So this evening, I would just like to share a few things, what I titled, how to secure profitable corporate partnerships. And why am I excited about this? I can tell you for a fact that I've been in business for the past, it's almost 20 years, actually. Um, and I often like to say that learning how to work with corporate partners actually changed my life in terms of my business and also in my personal life. And I'll share a few reasons why I said that. So what do I do? My name is Adiola. My title, if I were to have one, I'm a brand and business strategist. And so what I really do is help women, expert entrepreneurs, service providers, and visionaries like you guys build profitable brands so you can attract your dream clients and partners so you can increase your income and impact. And so why do I get a chance to talk about this? Like I said earlier, I've been in business for over 20 years, but I didn't really start working with corporate partners or teaching this till about 7 years ago. And so over the past 7 years, I've consulted with over 82 plus. I don't know the total number now. This is as far as last year, with over 82 business owners and help them launch and build profitable brands. We've also partnered with over 38 corporate partners and sponsors within the past 7 years. And when I say we, I'm talking about my business now. This is not even my clients. Thirdly, I've been able to help clients and students secure 5 to 6 figure corporate clients, partnerships, or sponsorship. I'll talk about the difference in a minute, okay? Because I know a lot of books say, what's the difference in a corporate client? Or is it a brand partnership? Was it corporate sponsorship? What does that all mean? I'll kind of get into that a little bit. And as you can see at the bottom, I speak. I've also been on local and national TV about, I don't know, 14 times now in counting. So I'm pretty excited. And I think I'm actually, um, if you were to look for someone that can actually talk on this, I do qualify. Not because of this alone, because I do have a heart for other experts like myself. And so this will be really good for you if you are an expert, if you're a service provider, if you're a coach, a consultant, an event producer, maybe you host events, or you're an entrepreneur. And so let me kind of dive in real quick into why you should secure corporate clients and partners for your business. Because I know that sometimes people go like, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I have what it takes. There's a lot of work, or I just love what I do right now, working with clients one-on-one. Or some of you guys, maybe you do B2B, which is business to business, which is business to other small business owners. And you kind of think, okay, that's enough. And, I do have clients. I'm doing pretty well. Why do I need to tap into corporate? I can tell you right now, before I even get into the slides, that I often say that the future of work or the future of business for us, especially as women experts, is to try to work smarter and not necessarily harder, right? What I love about the group of people that are here right now with Yetunde, because Yetunde attracts experts, the cream of the cream, into anything she does. And so I can tell without even knowing some of you guys individually that you guys are great at what you do. And what I've also noticed is that based on and I'm just going to take a wild guess. So please, if you're Gen Z, just please ignore what I just said right now. Based on what I can just guess, right? The demography and the generation that most of us are in, we've been used to just working so hard to make every money money that we make. If you want to make six figures, you got to work hard, long hours. If you want to make seven figures, you got to put in and grind and grind. Of course, there'll be some season and some time in your business that you have to do that. But I feel like if you look at the younger generation out there, they work smarter because they have more resources now and they've learned the importance of leveraging their skill set. I have teenagers, right? And when I look at them or their friends, they're so used to saying, how much are you going to pay me for that? You know, are you going to hire me? They're so used to that, right? And so I want to kind of talk about some reasons why you want to tap into corporate clients for your business. Number one, increased visibility and brand awareness. And so when I talk about how securing corporate partnership for my business has changed the narrative of my business, I was one of those that I'm trying not to get into too much stories because of time, because it's will kick me out if I go over time. So I'm
I
trying to stick.
won't.
I'm trying to stick to time. But I can tell you that I was one of those people that used to work so hard. You know, I my background is in software engineering. That's what I used to do for almost 20 years. And then I was in networking marketing. I was a director of Mary Kay. I was one of the Pink Cadillac director for years. And then I started my own nonprofit. And if you have a nonprofit, a grassroots nonprofit, I'm sure you can imagine how hard you work, right? Because you're putting a lot of hours in, and it's really a work from your heart. And so I used to kind of wonder that why are people not inviting me to certain places? Why am I not getting the grants or the money or media? What's really going on, right? And a lot of times, if you're doing the work, it's not so much about you just being good at what you do. If people don't know that you're good at what you do, it doesn't make any difference. It makes a difference to the people that you're serving, but it sometimes doesn't make that much difference to the bottom line of your business. So when you learn to work with corporate partners, it automatically increases the visibility of what you do and it helps to enhance your brand awareness. Number two, industry credibility. So imagine if you partner with a company like Google or PayPal. We partnered with PayPal for years, and that automatically increases the credibility of your brand, right? And of course, you know that the more credibility you have, which is the more social proof you have, the more money you can actually demand. Number three, increased income. Four, more business opportunities. They all tie together. When you have increased visibility, you have increased credibility. And as a result of that, you actually have increased income and you have more business opportunities. And I'm sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. So if my voice sounds funny, I'm just getting over a cold. I just wanted to kind of put that out there. So why do you think some corporations want to work or want to partner with you? Number one, because a lot of times companies have to hire expertise or specialized knowledge. Let me give an example. Right now, unless you're literally under the rock, AI took over the world, right? The past 1 year or so.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, a lot of companies had to adapt, had to implement AI or get expertise or people that can come and train their employees. And if they don't have somebody in-house, they're forced to have to step out to hire a corporate someone as an expert that will come in and work with them, right? It's also cost effective for them sometimes because it's easier for them to hire a contractor than for them to go through the HR recruiting, onboarding, training, 401k plan and all that. And so sometimes they would rather look outside and pay you even double what they will pay their employees because on a long run, they know it's saving them more money. Number three, visibility and brand reputation. They also want to establish their brand reputation by working with other companies, smaller companies. Number four, increased revenue. I want to kind of get into the SCL corporate framework. What this means is that I kind of coined this because when people talk about partnership, they often think, what does that look like? Right. And so I often like to say that you can actually work with a corporate, get a corporate client three different ways. Whether you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a service provider, you're an expert, whatever that looks like. Number one is sponsorships. That's very, I'm sure you guys know what that is. You have an event, whether it's virtual, whether it's in person, whether it's live. A company can partner with you to sponsor your company. I host events at least a few times a year in person, and all my events, at least 90% of them are actually fully sponsored. When I say sponsored, I'm talking about they pay us to host the events. So it's a conference, it's a virtual event, it's a webinar, whatever that looks like. I have brands that sponsor the events. Okay, one more minute. Number two, consultant, which means that they hire you as a contractor to come work for them. It could be training, it could you coming to provide some kind of service for them. It could be you coming as a consultant, whatever that looks like, right? And number third, which is I think one of my favorite, is licensing. Earlier in the group that I was in earlier, I was telling the people that I was working with when they were talking about what we're excited about is that we started licensing a lot of our curriculum to schools, I believe like over 2 years ago now. And we've gotten several schools this year, and we have several lined up for the new year. And what I'm excited about is that that's me just doing the work one time. I'm not creating the curriculum again, but I keep getting paid over and over and over again for the same thing I already created one time. And so and I'm sure if you guys were to look into on your laptop right now, I bet you there's so many assets you have on there. They're just sitting on there looking cute, right? Or you go speak at a conference or speak at an event. And when you're done with it, you're excited because you're fulfilled about delivering, sharing your expertise with people. But then sometimes they might tell you that they can't afford to pay you, or they'll give you a basket of beautiful fruits, or that's just it. If you can tap into licensing your IP, which is your intellectual property, that would help you to keep getting paid over and over again. And so I like to often say this. Houston, please give me one more minute and then I get
Sure.
into the question. Is that
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
Everything you need to secure corporate clients and partners, I want to tell you that you already have it. Several years ago, I thought I had to do a lot. And a lot of the clients that I work with right now, they thought the same thing too. But things have changed over the years. And I often say that if you have any sort of expertise, you have a training, or you like speaking, or maybe you have a community, you want to learn how to monetize that by tapping into corporate. And that's kind of why I talk about it three different ways. So either way, you get money, either sponsorships, licensing your IP, or letting them hire you as a consultant. Okay, I'm just going to slide through the slides so you guys can see it. Because if I talk, I'm going to go by the last 1 minute that I have. But for sponsorship, like I said earlier, it could be virtual events. Like what Italy is doing right now could be sponsored, right? In-person events. You could work with the company on a campaign, and they can sponsor a campaign that you do have. Some of you all have passion projects. You love working with kids, or you love working with women of color, or you love doing something, teaching people about tech, or whatever that looks like, but you don't have the funds to run with this campaign. You can actually partner with a company and they can sponsor this thing you have going on, or programs. Consulting, like I said earlier, training. You can come in as a trainer, an advisory role, You can provide done for you services. You can partner on something a company has going on. Here's some scope of work. I might just share the slide afterwards because at this point, so some of the scope of work as a consultant could be keynotes, workshops, corporate consulting, executive coaching, on-demand self-paced training, facilitators guide, market research, executive roundtable, done for you services. All the things that I have listed here are things that I've done with corporate, except keynote speaking. I've never been a keynote speaker. I've done training and everything else here, and a lot of my clients do the same thing. Licensing. The key thing to think about is training, access, who you're going to give access to, the contents, and how you charge. Per user, the whole, everybody in your company, everybody in your school, or per students. And so, I know, inside a mouthful, I'm not even going to try to lie. I'm trying to cram everything in a few minutes, but I just hope that even though it was very short, this has kind of helped you guys to get your wheels spinning, you know. And I, though because of time, I'm open to you guys getting to my DM if you want to talk more about it or you have questions that you want to kind of have answered. But for now, I'll let you guys ask me any questions that you do have. Before I get into the questions, if you guys want to follow me and connect with me, I'm Adiola Inspires on pretty much every social media platform. Instagram is where I sleep. Well, I'm just joking. That's kind of where I hang out more. My LinkedIn is also up here, and I'm also on Facebook. So I'd love for you guys to connect with me if you want to get questions or you want to chat more about this. Definitely let you know. I also have a workshop coming up, the last for the year. And that workshop, it's more of a VIP, a mini VIP intensive, whereby we'll walk through how you can create a corporate offer for 2024. Looking at all the three different frameworks that I talked about, whether it's sponsorship, whether it's consulting, or whether it's you get into licensing.
Yay. Thank you so much, Adiola. I appreciate you. And I want to add something based on what you just shared. Thank you guys for tuning in and being patient to hear what Adiola was sharing with you. So Adiola, if you don't mind to stop the screen share, I want to get on with you. Okay, so let's get on together. Let's see here. I'm trying to get on both of us on together. Okay, yes. So thank you so much for that. I think, that's one of the things that I actually learned from you, because I remember that was one of the things that I was attracted to when we first met. I was like, okay, like a lot of us are used to doing business the way we know how. But when someone shows up and says, well, you already have all the things that a company will pay you for thousands of dollars for, and all you have to do is kind of like just put it together, right? So for those of you who are experts in the things that you do, imagine. And so Adiola, correct me if I'm wrong. So this is what I imagine when I think of what Adiola does, because I'm about to sign up for this next one that she has. So I'm hoping, 5 to 7 of you can join me so we can do this together. But imagine, say, for instance, all right, Billy, let me know give me your expertise. What do you do? If you don't mind coming on and share it. So I want to give an example of how Adiola would probably do this.
Yeah, so I would say one of the expertise that I would use is HR training and development. So like a customer service training module.
Okay. So imagine if you have the expertise and you're like, okay, I have the videos, or I have the documents or whatever it is. And Adiola is like, okay, let's put this together. I will teach you how to write the email, put the pages together that corporate would actually pay attention to. And then you go ahead and pitch it to them. Let's say they look at it, they're like, oh my God, we need this. We're a new company. We need somebody to help with our HR, stuff. And so they look through this, they like you, and they want to sign you on. They're like, okay, we want to sign you on, but we want to license your stuff for 2 years. We're going to pay you $40,000. This is stuff you already have that they will pay you for. So the idea, again, I want you to start thinking next year, whatever your expertise is, fashion industry, decorative industry, interior, whatever it is, there's somebody that needs what you have to offer. If you're a teacher, you run a school, like you're a doctor, you have all the skills. Imagine packaging something where you go to a company, Adiola teaches you how to put together, you go to a company and they're like, okay, we love this. How much are you going to charge us? And you literally get a check from something you already have. And I'm like, mind blown. So next year, I want you, if you're in here, you are special, because I'm very highly selective about who I surround myself with. And I surround myself with women who are purpose-driven, who want to have an impact, and who know that they have to put in the work to get to their next level. And so to be able to go through an experience that allows you to make money next year, I want you to, one, that's why I brought the op-ed project to you, to quantum leap your exposure and publicity with an op-ed, and then package your expertise to a company that will pay you thousands of dollars for, or an event, so that next year it's just, we're working smarter, ladies. Yes. If you are with me on working smarter, please type in yes. We are working smarter next year. If you want to work smart next year, please type yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes, we're working smarter next year. If you're working smarter next year, not hard. We've done hard. Unless you're like 20, we've all done hard. Most people here are 30s and 40s and 50s. We've done hard work already. It's time to now just work smart, quantum leap, and make that money. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, awesome. So Adiola, I'll follow up with you on the content, and everybody, you're on the list. I will email you so that you can start exploring Iman, for instance, for what you do. How can you package it so that schools will pay you to teach their teachers how you do what you do? Like, I'm having goosebumps. That's a no-brainer. And that's what Adiola helps you do, is get clear on what your expertise is, and it's things that you already have, and help you put it together so that a corporation can pay you for it. She's not bragging now, but she has a lot of clients that are literally six figures. She calls me, she's like, yesterday, somebody just closed a $50,000 deal, and they paid like $1,000 for her course. I'm like, or $7,000. If you're paying $7,000 and you make 60 grand, excuse me, investment. So Adiola, obviously, since she is in this network, is offering me something incredible that I was like, please do this for the ladies that I work with. It will shock you, because I know that when I send you this email, it's an easy yes, because I'm doing it too. So I hope we get to do it together with her. And I think she's trying to do one workshop this year. So let's figure out, I'll send the email after this. So, I mean, after today, so that we can get to packaging our expertise for next year. If you're with me, type in yes. Yes to expertise, working smarter. Yes. All right. Let's see here. They have to know who that's right. They have to know who we are. I see. See the comments here. There you go. All right.
Yes, and I wanted to also add to, I love that.
Yes.
I love that we have the op-ed thing going on together at the same time. Because one thing I was going to mention, obviously, I made it very short, was that you building a personal brand will make a huge difference when you actually tap into corporate clients. Because a lot of times when I show up on a Zoom call or any of my clients, one of the things that they do sometimes is go Google you to see what's out there, right? So I think it's perfect timing as you're building your personal brand and your visibility and what I like to call your digital footprints. You're very intentional about how you show up. So the op-ed thing, I think, just came right in time, because imagine you having that in place. And then when you show up or when you pitch, it's a no-brainer. When they type up your name, they can see a few things that show up. So it's not like, okay, what did you say you do again?
Yeah,
A lot of time when I show up on a call, and I joke about the fact that, but just I have a program for kids, right? When I show, I'm talking about something else entirely. And they're asking me questions about the program that I have for girls. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I can't even hide, because anything you put online follows you. So you all want to be very intentional. And I think I'm going to look into the op-ed project too, because I think that would actually tie together the way you're doing.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Adiola. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I am trying to, I'm still working on my tools here, so bear with me. Let's see. There you go. Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. Can you guys see me? You can see me, right? Because I sometimes like what I'm saying is different. Okay. Perfect. All right. Adiola, thank you so much. So type in the comments if you will consider corporate partnership as an expert in your 2024 plan. So we have two things now. We're going to write an op-ed. I already wrote my op-ed. I'm done. So I'm one down, one to go. Type in the comments if you will consider securing better corporate sponsorship partnership for yourself or your business in 2024. And Adiola has done it for clients, and she's actually offering something spectacular for us. So I'll send the email out, because I'm signing up, because I want this for next year for me. So, yeah. So if you're into it, yes. All right. You're considering it. All right. All right.